Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as I promised, I'm going to show you my houseplant tour part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, I'm going to link it in the description below and also in the top right corner if you want to watch that first. But of course you could definitely start off with this one. So these are all the plants that live upstairs in my house. So this window right here, that's southern exposure, and then that is a western window. But since it's so close to my bed, I don't put any plants in that area. All right, so I'm gonna bring you on closer to these plants and I'll show you what I have. So like I mentioned, that's a southern window. I built this shelf and I'll link the person who made the brackets in the description. So this top plant, this is Hoya Fitchii, and it's a really easy care plant. The leaves are really beautiful. They have a nice veining on the leaves, and this plant blooms a lot. It gets a lot of peduncles, and the blooms are, I believe they're yellow, and they smell like cardamom. So it kind of smells like chai. It's really beautiful. And then next to that, this is Hoya Neo-ebudica, and the blooms are kind of like a light yellow color. And I love like the lime green leaves. And then below that, I have another variegated Hindu rope. This really hasn't grown that much since I purchased it, but it looks really healthy and I just water it when it's completely dry. This is another one of the Hoya Hindu rope that I got from the Home Depot. If you saw my update video, I mentioned that some of the vines were kind of shriveled up and not looking so good. So I actually just separated those from this and I put those pieces in my propagation box. If you want to see a video on that, just leave me a comment down below and I can talk about my propagation box and how I'm getting it ready for summer and how you can also do it inside if you need to. But this one looks really healthy and it has really long vines. This is my beautiful Thanksgiving cactus. I love the flowers. They're a beautiful red color, but they also have like a purple hue on the leaf or on the petal. It's an absolutely beautiful plant. I'm really hoping that I can get an actual Christmas cactus someday. I haven't seen them in the stores, but the Thanksgiving cactus are more common. And I also want to buy another spring cactus because unfortunately mine died. I killed it, which is really sad. But on this table, I have all types of Hoya. So I have my other Hoya Pottsii Chiang Mai right here. And it's growing really nicely. I just love the leaves on this plant. They're so glossy and like succulent. And it actually has some new leaves right there. That's new growth. But if you're looking for an easy care Hoya, definitely Hoya Pottsii Chiang Mai is a type that's really easy to grow inside. These are my Hoya Meliflua. I'm probably saying that wrong. But the blooms on this are insane and I cannot wait for it to bloom for me. Oh, it looks pretty dusty actually, but I'm probably gonna put it in the shower and wash it off since the leaves are dusty. That will interfere with photosynthesis if you don't keep them dusted, so that's really important, and it will interfere with growth, so you wanna make sure that you keep the dust off your plant. But I'm definitely gonna share with you what the flowers look like on the screen because they look like little marshmallows and they're so chubby and just beautiful. And I'm really hoping that it will bloom. Right here, I have my Hoya Australis Lisa, my small one, and then I have a baby one right there. This is the big one, the big mama. And I'm so happy with this. You can see there that the new growth is this gorgeous like ruby color, and then the ruby color fades to like the lighter creamy white, or it's kind of like a green color. So you can see when it gets even older, it becomes more green and it looks like it was like watercolored. But this one I almost killed. For some reason, when I've switched Hoya Australis Lisa to like terracotta, it never does as well. So I've been keeping them in plastic pots that are small, and it seems to really thrive in that. But you can see right there that I have him in a plastic pot, and that is just sitting inside of a white decorative pot. And he seems to be doing really great. This is the Hoya Shepherdii, the string bean Hoya, and it has these really interesting thin leaves that are really thick and glossy. And then I have another Hoya Red Buttons. It's I had one plant originally, and this is I split them up into two, so this is the second one. It's a really beautiful plant trailing down the table. And then over here, this is a really cute setup. So I got the planter from West Elm, and I just keep the plastic nursery pot inside of the planter because it needs drainage, and the white planter doesn't have any drainage. And I just keep my Monstera Borsigiana in this setup on a moss pole. I'll link my moss pole in the description below if you're interested in getting one for your Monstera. But it looks really cute like this. It hasn't pushed out any new growth yet. I wasn't sure if it would since it's kind of far from the window, but I have, in my experience, these can handle a little bit lower light. They don't need to be right up close to a window because that can actually burn the leaves depending on how strong the sun is. But he's doing really well right there. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next room. So in this room, this is northern light, so not getting any direct sunlight. All of my Thanksgiving cactus and Epiphyllum in here. This is a type of Epiphyllum. I honestly don't remember what variety, so I will write it on the screen once I look it up. It's from Logie's. I mentioned before that he was not doing so well. He still looks like something's going on right there. I don't know what that is, why it's kind of, it looks like something is eating at it, like eating away. Maybe it's a disease because I don't see any bugs. This is the Epiphyllum Strawberry Splash, and the flowers are pink and just really beautiful. So I'm hoping it'll bloom for me. It seems to be in better health than the other one. And then, like I mentioned, these are all types of Christmas cacti, or I'm sorry, Thanksgiving cacti. They're doing well. There's only one that looks a little bit sad. This guy, he just keeps having shriveled leaves. And I mentioned in my plants I'm struggling with video that my Christmas and Thanksgiving cacti never seem to do very well, and someone mentioned that the pots look too big for the plants, but based on like the root size, the pots were only a size up from the nursery pot, so it might look like the pots are too big for some of these, but the root systems are large. They were actually pretty well developed, so in my experience the pots seem to be the perfect size for them. Like I couldn't have gone smaller. I would have had to like removed roots to fit them in the pots. So I don't know. The other guys seem fine. Like this one has a lot of new growth. Maybe I'm having better luck with these plants. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the last room of the house. All right, it's a little bit dark in here, but this is also a northern window. I have my Monstera Borsigiana. I have another one. They were just cuttings before that I potted up in soil. And then I have a Monstera that is rooting in water. Monstera are really easily water propagated. This is another Hoya Minibelle. Hoya Rigida, which has started to grow really well in northern light. I actually had her in my southern window and she didn't grow at all. I don't know if it's because of spring or if maybe she just likes just more indirect light. It's just doing a lot better. This is Hoya Naumanii. It's kind of hard to see, but it has a little peduncle on there. You can see right there. Hoya Wibergiae, and it has beautiful splash on the leaves. Absolutely beautiful. I just love how huge these leaves are. Like in comparison to my hand, it's really large and it's glossy and just gorgeous. And then I can't forget, this is my succulent. I forget the variety. If you guys know, leave me a comment down below if you know what this is called. It hasn't grown at all. I got it about 2 or 3 years ago. It's probably honestly not receiving enough sunlight, and that could be why it hasn't grown, but it looks healthy, it looks fine. All right, so I actually have 2 more plants to show you. I'm gonna head on downstairs and I'm gonna show you my 2 new plants that I received from Steve's Leaves. So these are my 2 new plants that I just received from Steve's Leaves. They're both fuzzy, which I actually really like. I think it's really like whimsical and just really cute and adorable. So this one is called an Episcia, Pink Panther. And the reason why I wanted this plant is, first of all, the foliage is just stunning. It has like a maroon on the outside, a maroon color, and then a lime green in the center. Apparently these bloom like crazy when they get a little more mature and if they receive the correct amount of light. And the blooms are so sweet. They're like bubblegum pink flowers that will just cover the whole plant. I'm gonna insert a photo so you guys can see. I was looking at this plant outside in the sunshine and it has like a little pink sparkle to it. So that's really cute and different, and I really like it. And then this guy, I had only heard of this because of Gardening at Duenza's channel. This is a type of begonia, and it's called escargot. The leaves look like little snail shells, so that's why it's called escargot. And the coloring is just absolutely beautiful. It has like a silver swirl in the center, and I like how the back of the leaves is kind of maroon and lime green. And it also has like little tiny pink fuzzies all over it. And as Betsy Begonia would say, it reminds us of like a kitten. She actually said that in her latest video about a Hoya flower, that it looks like little kittens, and I just was dying laughing. So now when I see fuzzy plants, I just think of kittens. But yeah, definitely check out her channel if you haven't. She's hilarious and very knowledgeable and smart girl. But anyway, back to this plant. Apparently it likes to get some sunshine during the day to help maintain this leaf shape. So I might put it in like an eastern window, but it's absolutely beautiful. All right guys, so that concludes my houseplant tour part 2. Those are all the plants that I have in my collection currently. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. It helps other people find my videos. And leave a comment if you would like to add anything or ask me any questions. Just start a conversation with any of us plant people. It's a great place to learn from each other and just talk about plants, you know, all the fun stuff. So I hope you guys have a good one and enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.